Let's bring in now Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat from Connecticut. We were just listening together, Senator, to Harry Reid. We are hearing that he is working on another way. What are you hearing?
Well, what I'm hearing is exactly what he just said on the floor of the United States Senate, which is that our common ground as a nation is to extend tax cuts for everyone with the threshold income of $250,000. Remember, that means tax cut extensions on everyone's income up to $250,000. So the vast majority of Americans see a benefit. And keeping faith with the middle class of America, the 98% who make less than $250,000, is common ground among Democrats and Republicans. And what's needed now is a compromise that permits the House to go forward with the Senate kind of bill.
So, Senator, is Senator Harry Reid working on a different possibility, a different bill than what was just mentioned, the $250,000 that you were also reiterating?
The majority leader will have to speak for himself on what his negotiations are, but I think that where the end game here is, in the short term, avoiding the fiscal cliff, everybody agrees has to happen. Let's put aside the brinksmanship and the gamesmanship that seems to prevail in the House of Representatives and give the House a vote. They should be here right now. We're all here in the Senate. Why isn't the House here?
What are you seeing, you just returning from your district, from your state, and when you look at how this issue is being discussed in papers across the country, it's not a headline. It's most often not even on the front page. Yet on the flip side, there are those saying, where's the sense of urgency? Why isn't Congress doing something about this right now and coming together? Which is it?
I know you've used the term sense of urgency, but I think people want common sense, and that's common ground. There will be a sense of urgency if we fail to avoid the fiscal cliff and we go over it and the markets react badly to it. But right now, people want us to come together in a bipartisan way. The solution has got to be bipartisan in the House. We've seen that over the last week. Not even Plan B, which is an unreasonable alternative to the $250,000 threshold, was able to garner a majority in the House of Representatives. The Speaker can't sell it to his own party. So I think he's got to craft a bipartisan solution, one way or the other. Put aside the politics here. The nation's economy will suffer.
Should it come from the Senate or should it come from the House?
I don't think it matters where it originates, but the point is the Senate has already passed a bill that represents a reasonable compromise. Extend the tax cuts for all incomes up to $250,000, and everybody would benefit on that first $250,000 of income. That not only protects the middle class against huge tax increases on January 1, 98% of Americans, but also benefits many Americans making more than $250,000 because they will see the tax cut extended on their first $250,000 in income. When we are recovering all too fragilely, all too slowly, we should make that tax cut permanent.
Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat from Connecticut, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Joanne.